Chapter 7, Blood Screencast 3. Now, this screencast is focusing on the process of hemostasis, and what that is, the mechanisms the body has to stop bleeding. There's 3 stages of this particular process. The first is vascular spasm, constriction of blood vessels to reduce blood flow. Think of it as a clamp. So the smooth muscle is constricting and basically hoping to minimize blood flow through that area. Platelet plug formation, sealing off the ruptured blood vessels. So this is just a plug. This is not a temporary process. And then third is actual coagulation. And this is the formation of a blood clot. So blood changes from this viscous liquid to an actual gel. And this is a relatively complex series of reactions involving a minimum of 12 different clotting proteins that are found within the plasma. Here we can actually see the onset, so damage to the vessel. So now the first thing, notice the narrowing here is our vasovascular spasm. So the blood vessel is contracting, minimizing blood flow through that particular area. Here's the formation of the platelet plug. And then notice around that particular area, you see the formation of the clot. So fibrinogen, which is soluble, basically forms an insoluble mesh of fibrin, and that actually acts as a trap, and it traps red blood cells and platelets and promotes the healing process. Now, as noted in that previous diagram, the clot forms around the platelet plug. So initially there is damage to the blood vessel, and here's part of the complex pathway. Platelets release a substance known as prothrombin activator. This is actually going to convert the plasma protein prothrombin to thrombin, and it's actually thrombin that converts fibrinogen, which is the soluble plasma protein, to fibrin, which is the insoluble and responsible for the actual formation of the clot. So that clot is going to collect the fibrin, the platelets, trapped red blood cells all together. Then that clot will contract and it's going to tighten. Now, there are a number of clotting disorders out there. Some are bleeding disorders. Hemophilia, that is a deficiency of one or more of those clotting proteins. Hemophilia A, that's the lack of factor 7, although we can manufacture factor 7A through genetic engineering to supplement hemophiliacs. Also, there are some medications that actually interfere with hemostasis. Aspirin in particular is a drug that blocks or prevents platelets from actually clumping. That's why it's given to people that have had a heart attack to prevent the formation of a clot or a blockage, which is quite often the actual cause of the heart attack.